Ooh, daddy.
Hi guys, Alex here, and today we're going to be reacting to a video called Why I'm Not Dieting in 2020. I think this is like one of those fat acceptance cringe kind of videos. It was actually recommended to me by someone on Instagram, so thank you very much for sending any recommendations. Leave any other recommendations down below of videos that you would like me to react to, talk about. Just remember, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Please don't send any hate to the persons discussed in the video. Today we're going to be looking at Fat Girl Flow. I believe that's her channel. I don't know too much about her, but I know about Danielle McAllister. I watch her videos sometimes. They're very mundane. I think she's similar in that kind of way. They're just very boring and something you put on in the background. I find them to be oddly relaxing. Just hearing her complain about her, middle-class white girl problems, it's actually kind of relatable. So that's Danielle McAllister. Maybe we'll look at her some other time, but honestly, it's a little bit insufferable. So we're going to take a look at this video called Why I'm Not Dieting in 2020 and just see what her reasons are. Why aren't you dieting, sis? Let's find out. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? Against my better judgment.
I was going to make a really cheerful video about my favorite products in 2019.
Okay, I don't think that anyone really cares at this point.
And then I realized that's not what I want to do at all. Every day I get tons of
Okay, good, because I don't think we wanted to see it either. Those videos are honestly so 2013.
messages telling me to just go on a diet, just be less fat. I get messages telling me I'm killing myself and a million.
Ooh, so many. Trash and stop crying. You look so much slimmer here. What a load of weight you have put on since then. Ooh. That is something you're going to get when you're in front of a camera so often, right? People are going to judge how much weight you've put on, or you look sick, or just make their own assumptions. So it's kind of something that comes along with YouTube. I'm not sure what point she's trying to prove by making this video. I mean,
Other really fun messages that all revolve around being fat on the internet. So today I'm going to tell you why, even through all the messages telling me that I should be smaller and less fat and that I should hate myself, I'm going to tell you why I'm choosing in 2020 to not diet. Buckle up, this list is pretty long. First and foremost,
okay, we're just going to do whatever we want to do. Okay, we've heard that one before, right? We're going to do what works for me, and that's not dieting. Got it.
I choose not to diet because diets do not work. I am very aware that my life would be easier.
Okay, but they do work, right? What about the calories in, calories out? We've heard that so many times.
If I were a thin person. Trust me, as a fat person, I can constantly see that the world is not made for me and that people do not like that I have imposed my fatness upon them.
I feel like she's kind of reaching there. I mean, I think that, I guess I wouldn't know because I'm not like abnormally huge. I'm just like a little bit overweight. So I wouldn't like understand where she's coming from in that sense. But just from my own perspective, I don't see like a fat person and really think that much of it.
However, diets don't work. So even if I wanted to be thinner, the chances of that happening permanently without me going into some kind of mental health despair is not really feasible. It's not going to happen. Diets don't work. I'm not dieting because I have an eating disorder. Actually, 1 in 5 fat people have.
Okay, I have something to say about this from an addict's perspective. And these girls that we watch on here, and even guys as well, there's going to be some mental despair, okay? It's going to be hard to break an addiction, to break, this habit of eating and eating and eating and eating, right? So I don't understand that. It's going to take some willpower, and it's not going to be easy. So do they just want like the easiest thing in the world then?
have an eating disorder. I know a lot of people think that fat people maybe just don't know about nutrition or maybe just don't know how to not be fat, but the reality is that a lot of us have been fat for a long time and have done a lot of things to try to not be fat before we found body positivity and fat acceptance.
Okay, I think that's true actually. When you look at like Amberlynn and Chantal, they've tried so many diets. Amberlynn even claimed that she knows, more about nutrition than anyone else does. So I actually don't disagree with that in a sense that she probably spends a lot of time online looking up different types of diets and nutrition more than I would, but I don't know.
And decided that this was just how our bodies were. I have been to countless nutritionists. I have been on a million diets. I have starved myself. I have been in a place where I needed help desperately and received it. And I am wildly grateful for that. And I will never go back to having an eating disorder. Starving yourself is truly miserable and it's scary, and I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not dieting because I realize that fat people can be happy. I know it's a wild concept, but it's true. I'm an incredibly happy person, and I know lots of fat people who are very, very happy.
Fat and happy, right? Isn't that a thing? That's where I kind of lose track, right? Because I see the fat acceptance movement as a little bit too radical at this point. I think that body positivity started out on the right foot, right? I mean, go to the beach if you want to, if you're overweight and you feel uncomfortable, just let loose and do what you want to do and don't let your body hold you back. But it just comes to a point where it's so incredibly unhealthy and so many medical problems can arise that it's like, why are we just sitting here embracing that? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Living very full lives. I won't be dieting in 2020 because I think Weight Watchers is a fucking scam. I think
it probably is.
Most diets are built on the idea that you are going to fail, and that's how they keep you coming back. Dieting is a multi-million-dollar industry, and if you were...
Okay, but there are a ton of stories of success, and this brings in, to example, the willpower thing. A lot of people don't have that.
Able to succeed, they would not make as much money. I don't want to play into that anymore. I am not dieting because...
Okay, but they are offering a plan that does work, and we've seen many examples of it working. So if you don't have the willpower, that's really on you. It can't be blamed on the company, right?
Because I am not responsible for making other people more comfortable with my mortality. I understand that a lot of people think, well, I just want you to lose weight for your health. I understand that people think,
well, I'm just worried you're going to die.
Here's the thing, we're all going to die. And being thin when...
That's true. I guess it depends on who it is coming from. Is it your family reaching out to you and saying these things? Or is it someone in the YouTube comments, right?
You die, or fit when you die, or what the ever kind of achievement gets unlocked when you don't look like this doesn't make you morally superior. It is not my responsibility to quell all of my friends, families, and strangers' anxieties about my fatness.
Do you want something like so tangible? But you can feel it when you just go for a walk and you're not out of breath, and you can walk up the stairs and not feel like you're dying inside. Wouldn't you just want better mobility just for basic everyday tasks? Especially when it comes to the point where you have to use a scooter in the store. It's so debilitating.
I'm not dieting because 51% of girls ages 9 and 10 feel better about themselves when they are on a diet. I cannot be part of this anymore. I cannot be part...
9 to 10. You're not 9 to 10. You're... late 20s. I don't really know how old she is, but you're not 9 to 10. I don't think that that's right that a 9-year-old would be put on a diet per se, unless things are super extreme to the point where a doctor has to step in, and then it's sort of medical based. But they shouldn't be exposed to diet culture in that sense. But you're not 9 to 10.
Part of whatever the fuck this diet mentality is. I'm terrified for my niece. I don't want my niece to see me dieting. I don't want her to see people labeling foods as good or bad. It's scary to think that
I don't understand. Do people normally share with young people their diet plans, because I've never heard of that before.
Or 10-year-old could be dieting, and that they could be judging their body so harshly that they want to shrink it. I refuse to be a part of that system any longer.
I think it's something in modern days that can be contributed a lot to Instagram, because I know I'm guilty of this, scrolling through Instagram, comparing my body to all these guys that have six-pack abs, and I'm just definitely not there, and being envious of the way their body looks, right? But I realize that that's not realistic for everybody, but I just want to, maintain good mobility and just feel better in my own skin. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the comment section of this video to see where public perception lies as far as this issue. Okay, so I was going to do a comment of the day on her video. As you can see, why I'm not dieting in 2020. She has a lot of dislikes. I think that kind of says it all, especially this says all we really need to know about her. She's not interested in our opinion. She just silenced us. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.